All right, here we go. Very big Cyberpunk news today. Check out the headline right here. CD Projekt RED officially reveals Cyberpunk 2077 update stream. New updates on the next big patch 1.6. First look at new DLC and more Edgerunners. So this is huge. This is all official news, by the way. No speculation today. We're going to dive into that. Plus, guess what? We have first look at actual content for Cyberpunk 2077 because of this right here, an unlisted Night City Wire trailer that is basically advertising this new Cyberpunk 2077 stream. But we're also going to be talking about another Cyberpunk game that's coming up here that looks absolutely amazing. We have some brand new updates about this one as well, and this one looks really promising too, so stay tuned for news about that one as well. But let's get into the Cyberpunk 2077 news right now, the official stuff. So let's head on over to Twitter, shall we? This is what the official Cyberpunk account had to say right here. It says, Choom, there's something new on the horizon, a special episode of Night City Wire. We will talk about our upcoming anime Cyberpunk Edgerunners and what's next for Cyberpunk 2077. See you on Tuesday, September 6th at 5 p.m. CEST time. So there it is, right there. I told you guys previously that we would be getting official stuff most likely in the next 7 days, and it's happening finally based on what we knew from Steam Database and GeForce Now. So whenever that GeForce Now is updated for Cyberpunk, things start happening quickly for this game for sure. But you know what? We have some more information about what's going on here from Steam, the Steam news page for Cyberpunk 2077. Check this out right here. It says Night City Wire returns. And if we scroll down, we have, of course, the trailer, which we're going to get into in just a moment because that shows off that new content. But it says right here, we'll start with an about 23-minute long special episode of Night City Wire. And they're going to be joined by creators of Cyberpunk Edgerunners and, of course, the game director of Cyberpunk 2077. They're going to have community managers and everything on there. But it's going to be discussing the upcoming patch and what's in store for the game in the future. So maybe, just maybe, we'll also get a little bit of a tease for the expansion, although that's me speculating right there. Furthermore, it does go on to say this right here. It says, right after Night City Wire, they're going to switch over to more personalities from CD Projekt RED as well. They'll showcase a deep dive into selected features from the upcoming patch. So we're going to be seeing actual gameplay and new features running from update 1.6. So this stream is going to be actually somewhat in-depth as to what to expect from patch 1.6. Now, also, I know a lot of you are really curious about this one right here. The first look at the new Cyberpunk content. Edgerunners crossover content is coming to the game. Yes, so let's go to the teaser trailer right here. If we switch on over here for the Night City Wire teaser trailer, as I call it, we see some familiar shots of Night City, Edgerunners in there, and then we have these shots right here. But it gets interesting when we see this shot right here. Edgerunners jacket is coming to Cyberpunk 2077. So that is really cool to see. I don't know if we're going to get any other Edgerunners content in there, but at least we know that we're going to be getting a new jacket. Now, previously also, mentioning new content, it was teased in a previous stream for Cyberpunk 2077 that most likely we would be getting perhaps a new weapon. Now, that was just a tease and major, I guess we can speculate on that. You can check out my previous videos on that one, but it does look like, in my opinion, that we would be getting at least a new weapon alongside patch 1.6. By the way, they were teasing it in a previous stream. But you know what? We're also going to be getting more updates about how CD Projekt is doing overall because of this right here. They did mention that they are going to be having a CD Projekt Group financial results session on the 7th of September. So that's going to be very important. We're going to be looking at that as well. It's going to give us the health of basically CD Projekt right now and how they are looking, currently. But let's keep going. I want to talk about some other things here. We're going to dive into, of course, this brand new Cyberpunk game, but I wanted to talk about something that hasn't been mentioned lately within the Cyberpunk 2077 community, and I want your take on this, if this feature needs to be improved or not. Here is the topic right here. It says this: I don't know why people keep saying that the crowd density is not good as when it was advertised, I guess, in the E3 2018 demo build. And as you can see, this is his screenshot. Apparently, you can see the depth of the crowd interaction here for Cyberpunk 2077. Now, there were some replies within this thread saying, well, we were promised like every NPC would have their own life, they would be going home, and it would be according to like the day and night cycle and that sort of thing. But let me know your take on this one. Whatever platform you're running on, how is the crowd density on your platform? Of course, for me, it's kind of all over the place, dependent on two factors: the time of day and the location that I'm in the city. When you're in the heart of the city, it's a little bit more dense. But yeah, I would like to see this system, of course, improved in the future. But for me, mostly right now, I want to see an improved police system if we're going to be talking about the actual NPC AI systems in the game. For me, that's what I want to see. In fact, I want to see two layers to that: factions getting their own so-called like police forces, if you would, and then an actual police force in the game. So I think that would be really, really cool. And then we have kind of like a heartfelt letter from, I would say, the community to CD Projekt RED. It's simply titled, "Dear CD Projekt RED." And it goes on to say this: I love you. Please make more Cyberpunk add-ons, expansions, plural. A whole new game to follow this one. Anything and everything. Every damn time I jump back into Night City, I can't get enough. Unfortunately, I had a rough start, and some people just can't get past that. But they're really missing out. It truly is such a beautiful game, graphically and story-wise. I love the characters. I love the relationships you build. I just want to go back and play it for the first time again. But I guess my other 50 playthroughs will get me by. Always discovering new things anyway, and I love that. Thank you. Heart emote. So yeah, it just seems like there is a big portion of the Cyberpunk community that wants more, and I'm definitely in that boat for sure. I want more Cyberpunk 2077. And yeah, again, I've said time and time again, I do believe we would be getting a proper sequel to Cyberpunk 2077. Now, check out this headline right here. New Cyberpunk Simulator game is looking sharp. Nivalis looks to be offering up a beautiful distraction for those waiting for Cyberpunk 2077 content, more specifically the expansion. And if we go over to the Nivalis trailer, look at how beautiful this game looks. It's like voxel-based artwork, as you can see right here. It's a first-person perspective, and you're going to be in charge of running bars and restaurants and bringing in customers, but you can also take some time off. You'll also learn the stories about the residents in the area. You can decorate your own apartment, upgrade that as well, and it looks really, really sharp. And the dev team actually had some very interesting things to say about this game, so take a listen.
Hi, I'm Marco.
And I'm Roman.
At Ironlands, we are big fans of cyberpunk fiction and games, but we have our own ideas of what a cyberpunk world can be. We're making a bright, vibrant world where you live your cyberpunk slice of life. Run your business, meet new people, make friends and enemies. This is a game in which you manage your restaurant, bar or nightclub, take care of your staff, make deals, farm, and experience the stories of the people you meet.
Or maybe you just want to take the day off and go fishing at the docks instead. Nivalis primarily uses voxel art for the environments. We spend lots of time creating a unique atmosphere with high levels of detail and dynamic elements. But although we're filling the world with interesting things to see and do, we're even more excited by your creativity. You'll customize your apartment, your restaurants, bars and nightclubs, and make choices that will change the lives of the people around you.
There's something very emotional about a cyberpunk setting, with its dystopian but yet very colorful and inviting world.
I think the most engaging thing to me personally about Nivalis is that it's a world that never stops or sleeps. There is always something happening around you. The world is filled with dozens of details that make it feel alive and real.
We can't wait to see the choices you'll make and how you'll choose to live your life when you come visit us in Nivalis.
So yeah, that sounds really cool to me. I'm really hyped for this game. I'm thinking about covering it more and more as time goes by. So let me know if that's something you're actually interested in for Nivalis. Now, this company is very interesting to me because they previously made a game called Cloudpunk. It was like this delivery system game in the Cyberpunk universe, and they keep making Cyberpunk games, and it seems like they're continuously building off of the Cyberpunk theme and getting more in depth with it. So I'm wondering where this ultimately is going to lead. I'm definitely going to be keeping my eyes on this journey with this developer for sure. But yeah, I'm excited for Nivalis. Let me know if you guys are as well. They are also going to be having a quick update about Nivalis at the Tokyo Game Show as revealed on their official Twitter page. So we're going to be getting new information about that one, perhaps a new trailer and things like that. So yes, stay tuned for that. All right, now it's time to get into your top comments. Remember to leave a comment down below. It could be in a future video. You never know. So let's get into my most recent video. It says, finally, it's happening. The long wait appears to be over. Update 1.6 news. And yes, we got a lot of good teases that we would be getting like an imminent update about patch 1.6. And guess what? It's finally here. All right, so let's get into your top comments, shall we? So we have, how do you say this? Cloudy View, who says, hope New Game Plus is in it. That's the only thing I really truly want before the expansions. Again, keep those expectations, those hype levels guarded when it comes to something like that. New Game Plus, I have no idea if that's going to be happening now. Transmog, that has been teased. So I would expect Transmog over New Game Plus at this point. I don't know which feature to you guys is more important. Sound off though. Furthermore, we have this one right here from Mr. Crutches Bob, who says, honestly, the introduction to brain dances made it seem like that would be a huge feature in the game, but then they only allow you to use it in a few main quests and side jobs. I want at least some BD scrolls so that tool and legendary BD headgear you can buy makes sense. Even if it's just simple scene playback and not a full interactive BD, it would still be something else to do, which is one of my main issues with the game. A beautiful world with not much extracurricular activity to take part in. Sure, you can head to clubs and bars to have a drink, but why can't I have a BD session at Lizzie's? Yeah, you know, it would be cool to see more in-depth features like this. Plus, you know, with brain dances and things like that, I think it would be a great way to discover the history of Night City. Like, you can have it where it's, I guess you would say, like, back then in Night City through those brain dances. That's something that I thought would be cool, is have a virtual environment for something like that to explore. And even perhaps like what the future of Night City could look like in 100 years. I don't know, just some thoughts with what they could do with brain dances. But I know a lot of it's used for investigations and things like that. All right, furthermore, we have this one right here. No Name says, what really drives me crazy is that so few RPGs have an ability to sit in a chair. Like, at least in Cyberpunk, you could sit in your apartment, but it would be nice to sit in on a bench once in a while and take the view, you know. Yeah, I sat down recently in Skyrim, and I'm like, this is nice. Now it says, maybe it's just me, but I think it's just a simple ability to sit on chairs can bring a lot of immersion to a game. It might sound stupid, but it's true. Just imagine if you could actually sit in one of those diners across Night City. No, it's not stupid. You're absolutely right. It should be a feature for sure, since it's in even older open world RPGs, like I mentioned, Skyrim. Then we have this one right here about Edgerunners. They didn't only have the same UI from the game, the weapons are also all from the game and they're all recognizable. A YouTuber actually broke it down in detail. The cars are also the same form from the game. And of course, the location, Studio Trigger really respected the game a lot. They did. That's what gets me so hyped and excited about this. Like the city, everything, cars, everything is from the actual game. So when I noticed that, I was like, wait a second, that's the car, that's the building. Oh my god, they're going all in on this. So yeah, I cannot wait for this one for sure. But anyway, there it is. The latest happenings around Cyberpunk 2077. Finally, we're getting official updates. So that's the good news. All right, I'm going to keep you guys up to date on this one. Any more Cyberpunk games that you guys might know about, send them my way. You know, I'm on Twitter, Discord, all that stuff. But thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more, and I will see you all next time. Take care.